Hey, Vampire Logan here. I'm just um was unable to sleep tonight, so yeah, I was just trying to get some thoughts out that I've had for the past month since the new year. I've been thinking about my channel, both the Twitch stream and the YouTube channel, and I've gonna do some changes this year. I haven't had a huge amount of growth in the past 2 years since I started doing this, and I kind of have some pretty good idea why. But yeah, I just want to increase the. Well, I'm just gonna like try some new things. Basically, I don't really care about the growth really that much. It's just I want to do better and make better content. So that's really the gist of this. Um, and Just a couple of things I want to do today is I'm going to talk about who I am and what this is all about, because I'm sure a lot of people, based on the numbers I have, don't even know who I am, and I haven't done one of those videos introducing myself that you're supposed to put at the top of your Twitch stream. So I'm going to do that right now and just sort of give that information just to give a kind of a context. And then I'm going to talk about the changes I want to make for 2023. And then after that, I'm going to do a video I've been putting off for a while, which is unboxing my Avatar Legends RPG game that I received in the mail about a week ago. So I'm just gonna, it's part of a Kickstarter that I did. So gonna open that up and check it out and whatnot. So first of all, who is Vampire Logan? That being me. Online, I've been doing the Twitch stream and YouTube channel for about 2 years now. I started in February in 2021 and just been doing it for fun, trying to like have something more interesting to do when I just play games. I want to make content out of them, and I also got back into D&D when a certain point through this, as one of the things I wanted to do was kind of make a actual play. Obviously, like Critical Role's a really big thing right now, and I want to do my own kind of version of that. Obviously, it's never gonna catch up to them or anything, but want to get us started and just see, what that is like, putting a D&D game on the internet. And for me, I'm a gamer, Twitch streamer, YouTuber. I'm a D&D DM and player for a long time, since the Redbox Moldvay D&D came out. And I've been a GM and player of many other TTRPGs. So far, the only ones I've streamed have been D&D and Avatar Legends, which we streamed kind of a short two-chapter. Didn't really finish the second chapter. We did kind of film noir version of Legend of Avatar Legends RPG from the Korra era. And this was with the materials I got from the Kickstarter beforehand. If you didn't know already, that game is based on the Powered by the Apocalypse system. And so I've been streaming that, and then we kind of had a lull, and it kind of faded off. I'm going to try and get back into that now that I have the books. I'm also an Overwatch player, and I've played in the amazing lowest ranks of competitive. I call myself the bronze hero in Overwatch. I've been playing in Overwatch since the first season, and I played every season since. So I've obviously not learned the game well enough to advance, but there may be other issues going on with that game. I don't know. But I have actually gone into silver a couple of times, but I'm not a pro gamer by any means. But I do think I'm pretty good at the game, and my videos have been, um, I've been putting all my gameplay up on the channel, and it's, doesn't get a lot of notice because I'm not a pro or anything. And I'm also a player of many other games, including some video games that I have streamed. You can go back and look at my YouTube channel to find more of that. I've also had the idea of I play a lot of board games and miniature games, or at least I used to in the past, and I'd like to maybe get back into that a little bit more and put some of that on the channel. And then in real life, I'm an actual game industry professional. I work as a programmer right now, and I've been working sometimes as a game designer and instructor, teaching game design and programming. And I've also worked in some leadership roles as well in that. Also, on top of that, I'm a aspiring voice actor. I haven't really. I've had a few games where my voice has been in, but I haven't really done it as a professional career thing. That's something I'm interested in as a side gig. A lot of people tell you that you can't really do it as a side gig, but I think with all my kind of acting experience from just playing D&D and various stuff like that, just getting really into character, I think is something I could do on the side. So we're going to explore some of my adventures on that. I'm an aspiring musician and music producer. Again, not professional, but it's something I'm interested in. I want to learn more about music, take some lessons, do that kind of stuff. I've done a bit of stuff with playing around with some DAWs, so I've played with putting some music together, but it's a time-consuming thing, so that a lot of the channel takes up a lot of my time right now. So maybe I might do some of that on stream. I'm also a dad of twins. My wife and I have talked about maybe doing some content with the twins, but we're cautious about exposing them to that, even though they are actually they're actually professional actors. They've been in TV shows and commercials already from the time they've pretty much since they've been born. Um, and they're not identical twins; they're fraternal, but when they were young, they did look very similar. Um, I'm also the husband, as I mentioned, to a wonderful and talented wife who works in the film industry. She's also been in some of my um, RPG games. She was in the Avatar Legends Noir game, and she's probably we're probably going to get into a bit more of that when we have more time. So she might be on the stream a bit more. I'm also a big nerd of many things, such as Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Disney, Lego, cosplay, metal music, tons of stuff. Anything that is kind of pop culture, um, not necessarily mainstream, although a lot of it is mainstream now. Pretty much anything sci-fi or fantasy, I probably am at least a fan of. So that's kind of who I am. What this uh, stream or video is about is that I've been running this Twitch stream and corresponding YouTube channel for about 2 years, as I mentioned. I've got some growth early on in the channel, but more the stream than the channel. But it's pretty much stayed at the same low level for most of it. So I'm not a marketing person or a promoter or anything like that, so I'm not surprised. I don't really know anything about how to make YouTube videos, or I've watched a bunch of videos, but I haven't really gathered any information that is like practically helpful to me other than, technical stuff. Um, so I'm trying to, it's really hard to get noticed actually in this kind of business. So let alone hold on to an audience once you've got one. So I'm going to try and do some of those things that I've seen. I have a bunch of ideas for 2023 of how to do that. One of which is um, I want to try changing this channel and my YouTube channel. I want to focus on the audience and build the best videos and content for them, rather than what I've done so far, which is basically do stuff that I like and record my playing of games and try to make that entertaining. But really, it's just me playing as I normally would most of the time. Um, so I want to the gist of that is basically I want to focus on the audience, make the best videos and content I can, focus towards the audience instead of towards myself, while still doing things that I find fun. I want to define the target audience and eliminate any videos that don't or content that doesn't really fit with that. And then for my YouTube channel specifically, I've found that using specifically custom-made thumbnails is a thing they say you should do. I'm going to try doing that now, using simpler titles to grab the viewer. If you may notice from my channel here, I use a naming convention for my videos, which has like VL, which is my name, and then the game, and then in this case, campaign, episode number, and then the title. And if I'm doing an Overwatch stream, it's Vampire Logan Overwatch 2, so the game, what the kind of show is, which is pretty much just me playing Bronze Hero. It's just me playing the game. Fun Day Monday is my other thing that I do on Mondays, where I try to do a little bit more entertaining content by doing a silly voice, putting on a costume while I play, or stuff like that, or finding a strange, unusual strategy, or just trying to do a strategy in general. I usually play with another player called Gigglefish, and we try to like make up strategies using our ults or something like that. So we usually try and play around with the strats on that, and then the other ones are just my other D&D games and Avatar Legends. So, and what I want to do for the titles is make them a little simpler. Grab the viewer. I can still put my name and convention in the description, but I use that generally for me to organize my videos. So if I use the title for the more promotional kind of eye-catching or interest-grabbing promotional utility that it is, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to make the videos a little bit better and tighter, and actually do a bit of editing. The reason I did the channel this way is because I wanted something that was easy to maintain. And originally I was just trying to put out as much content as I could to see what would happen. And the answer to that question is not much. So I think I'm going to try something different. And then I want to plan. So I found that between Twitch and YouTube, I thought I can just take this stuff I do on Twitch, save it and copy it over to YouTube and just put it back up. Maybe editing some of the intros and pauses and stuff like that, but generally just copy it right over. And I've found over time that just by the things I watch on those two different platforms is that they are very different, and more so than I thought. So the thing I need to do is, for YouTube, I need planned and scripted content, and for Twitch, I can get away with a little bit more of kind of a general, hey, I'm just playing this game kind of thing. I plan, though, not to Twitch stream so much of my Overwatch content, because most of it is just me playing the game and concentrating on the game, so it's not that entertaining, except when we're goofing around. So I might still keep the Fun Day Monday thing and specifically do more goofing around in that at that time, so we have more content. And I'm still going to try and take those videos and edit them down to just the funny parts and the entertaining parts, and strip out all the stuff that's just me playing the game quietly while we're making call outs to our team. If I was a better player, that might be interesting content, but I am a bronze player, and I'm probably never going to rise much higher than that. So that is not going to be interesting to anybody. Other things I want to do is for the YouTube channel. Actually, I'll go to the Twitch channel. So for the Twitch channel, I want to change the focus of my main channel to be on D&D and role-playing games. So I'm going to rename the channel, because I think most of the audience that I got there was from when I switched to when I started doing D&D, and then added the Legends, Avatar Legends. So I'm going to rename that channel so I still have the followers, but it's going to become, I have a few ideas. I don't know if any of these are already taken. I already looked up one of them and it was taken, so I'm going to try and brainstorm a few names. But if anyone has a suggestion, I don't want Vampire Logan to be in the title, because I now am running, or have a game where another DM is running the game, so it's not really even my game, it's his game. So I want a name that kind of allows me to, anybody can DM, anybody can play. It's more of an open, like it's a D&D channel or a gaming channel, TTRPG, or virtual TTRPG show or channel, and then the shows inside are going to be whatever related to different games, mostly D&D, some Avatar Legends, and possibly some other games that I have in my library that I want to pull out. So some of the ideas I have are like RPG Masters or RPG Workshop. A couple of the channels that I watch that I really like are GM Workshop if you get a chance, his Twitch channel is great. He has a lot of interactive content for the chat, so you can watch his game. It's basically like you're playing D&D with him. I've done one of those before on my stream, and it went really well, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. So I might do more of that if I can figure out a good time for that. And then another one that I got into was Legends of Evantris, and they are mostly D&D group that plays together. They're very funny. All their content that I've been watching so far has been hilarious. They do go a little too far into that, and less on actually finishing the adventure. But I've only been watching really their Wild by the Witchlight series, which is super crazy, and lots of crazy fae kind of things happen, fae curses and stuff, and they have to do a bunch of weird things on it. So it's funny, it's entertaining to watch. So I want to do some more stuff like that. I have done a Wild by the Witchlight campaign with a friend who I play Overwatch with, but they are trying to figure out how to get a scheduled day. I find that when playing D&D, it's really important to have a scheduled day. So once we figure that out, there'll be more content for that. Otherwise, I might also run Wild by the Witchlight again with another group that I can, with my wife basically, and some other people that might be more easy to schedule basically. And a couple other names I was thinking. So because of Legends of Evantris, I was thinking my D&D game world is called Thordan, and I was thinking of calling it Legends of Thordan or Epic Thordan or World of Thordan, because basically I can know that those ones are going to not be taken. But I still want it a little bit more generic, because not all of the games I'm going to run in the RPG channel is going to be in my D&D world. So and the Legends of Evantris people, they also have games that aren't necessarily in their world. So I think they played a Root RPG as well. So I'm going to do some of that stuff. So, but I want to name my channel kind of something to go along with the fact that it could be any RPG game. So, and then for my Overwatch stuff on Twitch, I may just stop streaming Overwatch for now, or start up a new Twitch channel that's just my Overwatch, because I don't expect that to really take off. And if I do stream something, I'll probably just use it for content and then delete it. So like I could just use my existing channel and just stream Overwatch and then delete it from the channel. One thing with Twitch is you kind of, I don't know how many people I should go back and watch people's Twitch streams, but I usually keep most of my stuff because they have, if you mark something as a highlight, they keep it forever. So I've got like 300 episodes of that or something. So because I just basically go to every video so it can be preserved. But I do also move them to my YouTube channel, so it's safe there too. So I got it backed up in 2 places basically. And I also used to back it up to my hard drive, but I'm realizing all this effort is not really that important, because the content isn't even really worth all that. So for YouTube, I want to rename the current channel as well to match the Twitch one, and then make a new channel for Overwatch content if I'm going to keep doing Overwatch. I might not do any Overwatch for a while, just because that's kind of not really getting me anywhere, and I might as well just play Overwatch and not worry about what I'm doing for recording. And then if I do decide to do some Overwatch content, I will edit the videos for YouTube and just put in like cool, plays that I had, or funny parts that happened, or conversations that we had in silly character voices, things like that. Just gather that stuff together and put it into a single video, release it like once a week or once a month or something, just to get a some content together. And it may not, that's a lot of editing, so I might not spend a lot of time on that. I more prefer to edit my my D&D streams. Then and the other thing for YouTube, which I already mentioned, is you need custom thumbnails. So I want to come up with a kind of a template, and I used to use Photoshop, but now I found this thing called Pixlr, so Pixlr, It's an online kind of version of Photoshop, and it's pretty good. I've actually been impressed with all the stuff that it can do. It's basically like Photoshop from maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and which is all I need. I just need layers, and I just need like to be able to like use the eraser and the stamp tool, and pretty much that's all I need. So all the features they keep adding to Adobe products, is like I don't need a I'm not a professional artist, so I'm just using this for like mostly I use it for editing my as you can see in this video, the character uh things. They have a closed and open mouth thing. So basically I just take an existing picture and Photoshop a mouth open or closed depending on what the picture already had, and then use it for my stream. So a lot of people don't want to have their face on video, and I was fine with it, but um, basically we had for this stream we just had all avatars, and it goes pretty well. And then I need to make the naming conventions. So if I'm still gonna do Overwatch content, I mean, who's gonna watch VL Overwatch 2 Bronze Hero from 2022 12/20? I mean, if you are that dedicated a fan to me, I mean, I have views, but they're not great. I think maybe just people just get it in their feed and accidentally click on it. I don't know what's happening there. But yeah, if I am gonna put up a video, it first of all it needs to have a name or deserve a name that people will be interested in. And if it doesn't, then I can't really like I'm not gonna really put it up. So for example, the name that I would change for this, I'm not gonna bother putting. I might still put D&D 5e because that'll be kind of a hook for people, but I won't put VL in front of everything. And I may put the title of the game, or I might just put like this title and put Shattered Episode 17 into the description. So I'm gonna try and make more creative names for the episodes, and this one is a little bit funny because it's This Battle Is Mine, because we fought in a mine. So I don't know if that's even attractive as a title, but I'm gonna try some things and see if it like if just changing the name might make a difference. I had a weird situation. I'm just gonna show you guys so way back here. But I had one video, like most of my views are like no more than 20, 30. I've had some up as high as 50. But over here I had 444 views on this video, and it's still using my naming convention. And I don't know, this is just like any of my other like videos for that series. So like this one only got 37. The next one after this was season 2, or yeah, is it the second part? And this is like a 2-part episode, so this got like the second part only got 61 views. So I don't know what happened here. It was really weird. I think just something in the algorithm like triggered this and put it on a bunch of people's plates. They clicked on it and they saw what it was, and then they just weren't all that interested, I guess. Because I checked the analytics on this, and it shows there's a watch time of maybe about 15-20 minutes and then drop off. So it was an anomaly, but I am curious as to what made that happen, because if you don't look at it, that's the thumbnail. So maybe my title is looking interesting, and maybe the Tailspire stuff inside is interesting. I don't know. So I want to recapture some of this and see if we can get some more. There's another one over here too, which was like one of my Bronze Hero ones, got 107 views. Like, why 227 here? It's just me playing Overwatch. Like, why do the other ones not yet? So I don't know. Something in the algorithm is working to do that stuff or show me. So what I want to do is basically make it so that the videos that are in here, all of them are something that someone might watch and then start watching the channel. Because what it is right now is someone can go to a random one of my videos, and this could be like starting with a really boring part with me not even talking, and they look at that video and go, oh, that's what this guy does. Okay, that's not much. So I want everything in my videos to be like some good quality stuff that if you happen to just click on it randomly, both for the title or for the thumbnail, and you get into the video and you see something that's interesting to you, because whatever you clicked on in the title, that's what you were looking for. So I want to make sure what you get when you go in there is what that title indicates. So I'm not just trying to do this to like generate views or like be a, scam or something like that. I want to make the content better and do all the promotional stuff that's supposed to make it work. Um, so that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. Also, I have a couple other ideas for streaming content, or actually more YouTube content, that I have thought about for a while and don't really fit into my gaming channel. If I have two gaming channels, it wouldn't fit into either of those. So one of those is a voice acting channel, which could sort of fit in, but I want to kind of make that more of a. I'm going to use my real name on that one, so I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm going to use that for more professional voice actor page, and I'm going to do stuff on there that's going to be just voice acting demos and stuff that I've been playing around with voice acting, and then I'm going to use that as a portfolio to show to potential people who might want to hire me as an actual voice actor. So that's going to be a separate thing. And I have another idea, which I don't know what to attach it to, but I've called it, and I've already created the YouTube channel for this. It's called Deprogramming. And I am a programmer, but it's not about programming. It's actually about helping people who've been kind of misled by misinformation, and leading them towards ways to figure out for themselves how to get out of that, or just teaching like general critical thinking kind of functionality where they can learn on their own how to critically examine information given to them. And also by doing that, I'm hoping to learn that what my own biases are. I've found a few things recently that I thought were totally true. I'm more left-leaning centrist, but this is kind of a very deep kind of political thing that I've been concerned about. And so I want to make that channel completely separate as well, that has real world impact. And I'm hoping that one will take off, and that people who are in that situation of being in an information silo or like a echo chamber will be able to use those techniques to get out of that, or at least be more sure of what their views are, rather than having someone tell them those views and not having them question it. So that's kind of a real world kind of thing I want to do outside of gaming. And I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have for those other two things, but that's just something else I want to look at in this whole adventure of going into YouTubing and streaming. So if anyone is interested in those things, I will private message, like tell you where they are, so that I'd rather just make sure I know who's going there, because those ones could affect my real life. So I'm just going to be very careful about that. And that's about it for what I have planned for changes. So if you're already watching my YouTube channel or following my Twitch stream, and there's not a huge amount of people who are, but if you are, I'm gonna do these changes fairly soon, as soon as I come out with a name. And so the channel will still stay, I think, with the existing people, but the name will change, and some of the branding and the visuals might change. And hopefully all of these things are going to be improvements that you'll notice and be able to enjoy. Okay, enough about me.